just really curious about this type of stuff. I'm a history buff first and a fashion girly immediately after. There's no other order. So with everything going on with the TikTok ban and the inauguration and our new president, it got me to thinking about how fashion has been not only used as a means of communication throughout the years, but it's also been used as a means to make a political statement, a means of societal change, and a reflection of just societal values in general. And one of my favorite examples of that is the cowboy. Cowboys were identified by their wide brim hats, bandanas, chaps, and boots. The statement being that they were fighting against industrialization and government control. They were rebels. So they wore leather, they wore denim, and all of these things that kind of reflected the rugged circumstances that they were in. Or the Chicanos in the 1940s popularizing zoot suits. They are non-assimilating, non-conforming looks have translated into the streetwear looks that we know and love by them and identify with them today. As you may know, there's designers that is heavily inspired by this look. One of my favorite, Willie Trevorrow, who is whole line is pretty much Chicano streetwear. Or how people in the civil rights movement wore Sunday's best as a means to fight off stigma of black people being unkept and unprofessional. However, it could be argued that this is the reason that black people conform or have to conform or assimilate to the world societal norms to get opportunities. But that could be a hot take. I don't know. Now, on quite the opposite end of the spectrum is the Black Panther Party, where they had their natural hair, the berets, the all black, kind of more militant as a means to get their messaging across, which was protecting black people from the police and just helping their community out. They were serving the community, so they kind of dressed the part. Many designers also use their fashion platforms and designs to kind of give their own political views and challenge the status quo. They utilize different symbols and colors to convey whatever political messaging they want conveyed in their art, which I really respect. For example, Yves Saint Laurent and Chanel coming out with more androgynous looks to support the feminist movement, or Dior coming out with more feminine looks to celebrate femininity and challenge the war times, or Mary Quant making the miniskirt in the 1960s to celebrate the youthful, rebellious feminist. Or like Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren using fashion to convey their anarchist beliefs, ultimately starting in the punk movement in the 70s and 80s. Throughout the years, fashion has been a reflection of the times, and I do wonder, with the political climate we're headed in and we're currently in, what will our fashion reflect? I do see some people falling victim to that conservative fashion propaganda, the uniform, the wearing suits and ties for no particular reason with jeans. I like it, but it's like, what is the messaging behind that? I question everything now, and I feel like we should too. I feel like we should be very mindful of the statements that we're making and the clothes that we're wearing, and look back on history and see what other people were wearing to make these statements and why they were wearing these things. I don't know, but thanks for watching. Thanks for engaging.